In this video, I'll just give you a quick update on the sports band from Amazon that I have been wearing on my Tactics Delta, which is the same as the Garmin Fenix 6X. So the big variant, 26mm of width. And overall, I really like this band. I've been wearing it for a month now, 24/7. So it's been with me in the shower, of course, when I'm sleeping and also when I'm doing my activities. And what I've been doing is primarily running and occasionally going for some walks. But running mainly, and I just did a marathon the other day, or half a marathon, excuse me. Not a full marathon, but a half marathon, and yeah, also wearing this sports band here. So overall, I really like it, even though it is not as comfortable as the UltraFit band, of course, the genuine one from Garmin, but also the non-genuine one here that I've also made a video about. These are slightly more comfortable, especially if you are not like tighten them on top of each other like so. If you, like me, have a medium-sized to large-sized wrist and you're wearing it like so, where the two tabs here don't go on top of each other, there is a little more flex, as you can see here, when you actually are putting the band on your, or walking around and running and so on with the watch band on your wrist. So you can have it a little bit tighter onto your wrist without causing any fatigue or annoyances when you're actually wearing it. So that was the immediate thing I noticed when I switched to this watch band. This is the Yooside from Amazon. It also goes under another name on the .com Amazon, but on other European countries it's called the Yooside because it is relatively large or long. You can see all the way back here, and if you can just get the camera to focus, on the back side here you kind of tighten one of the ends on the inside of the watch band here, and it goes, you can see, on top of each other right there. So there's not really that much flex here because those watch bands are on top of each other, so there is not really any space like on the UltraFit where there's like only one side of the watch band here in the middle, so you can just flex a little bit more. So that was the first thing I noticed, a slight decrease in comfort, but overall this is a very comfortable watch band, much more comfortable than other watch bands from Garmin. In my opinion, much more comfortable than the silicone one. Doesn't give me a rash like the silicone one does, and I overall like this design much better than the one with the endless loop here where you have to tighten two ends in the middle of your wrist. This one, you only really have one area here to worry about. So let's just remove it and see how well it's actually held up. And first off, let's just have a look at my wrist here. Other than, of course, some markings from wearing the watch band, I don't have any rashes or anything like that. It is very comfortable to wear. I do have, of course, like I said, some markings because I also wear this when my wrist and the watch band, of course, is wet, which will grind a little bit on your wrist. Other than that, very comfortable watch band, and it is held up just fine. I was a little concerned because the wovings, you can see it here compared to the 22mm, that is the same name, also bought off on Amazon. Of course, link to all of these down in the description below. But you can see kind of the wovings here is a little bit lighter than the 22mm on the 26mm here. So I was kind of worried to see if that would actually cause any issues. Maybe it wouldn't fasten as tightly with the Velcro tabs there when I was, of course, closing the watch band or something like that. But I've had no issues at all. And let's just go through the watch band here. See the Velcro tabs? They are holding up just fine. There's none of them has started to peel off or anything like that. So these are still like they should be. Of course, there is some wear and tear, especially right here, where I, of course, have the little watch split and tighten it down on my wrist like so. So of course there would always be a little bit of wear right there. Overall, I would say it's held up just fine. A little bit better than I would have anticipated myself because of that lighter wovings, but haven't caused any issues as of yet. This is, of course, only after a month of usage. I plan to use this watch band going forward. I really like that simple solution where you just tighten one end on the inside of the loop here. I have made a video about how you will assemble this watch band onto your watch or attach it to your watch. Also made a video about the 22mm variant and comparing it to all the other variants of sports band that I highly recommend as well. So of course I will link to some of those videos down in the description below if I remember to do so. But I really like the fact that you only have one end here to tighten, and that is definitely one of its strong suits of this watch band here. Much easier to install on your wrist because you only really have that one end to tighten in here. And it's been very comfortable. I have not had it slip or anything like that on these Velcro tabs here. It doesn't seem to wear out over time either, so I don't have to retighten it or anything like that. I just set it once and forget about it. I've only had this watch off one time in this month. I've been wearing the watch band, and that was only for charging the watch. And once I've set it, I just forget it and it will just stay exactly in place. So definitely have a good grab here on the Velcro, and you still feel it does have a lot of Velcro or attachment still with those Velcro tabs there. So definitely I would say this is a fantastic watch band. You can actually get it now in the green variant as well. And if you buy the green and the black as a combo, you can actually save a little bit of money and get both of the colors. So definitely recommend you go ahead and do that. So yeah, I can't really say anything bad. Like I said, a slight decrease in comfort compared to like the UltraFit variant. So if you're going for extreme comfortability, I would probably go for the cheaper ones on AliExpress. These here just cost next to nothing, and you can just buy several of these and just switch them out whenever. Not really sure the UltraFit from Garmin is something I would recommend. It is kind of an expensive watch band, and you cannot get it in the 22mm variant either. So yeah, that's kind of out if you are having the smaller Phoenix watches or other watches with 22mm sizing. The Yooside is not the most inexpensive watch band, but definitely feels like high quality, and I suspect this will last quite a long time. And like I said, if you buy the combo with the green and the black, you will actually save a little bit of money, and as well as having that much more convenient tightening system here, where you can also actually adjust. If you have a smaller wrist, you can just kind of tighten the inside here, inside the watch band a little bit further, so you don't have to keep it as close like this. For this instance, I would just like move the inner band a little bit further in, and then you can tighten it a little looser here on the outside. That's one inconvenience with this band here. If you have smaller wrist, you're kind of stuck having to Velcro it on top of each other, and then it's not really the most comfortable band anymore. So yeah, just to conclude, highly recommend the Yooside sports band for the Phoenix series of watches, either in the 26mm or the 22mm. I've had no issues with any of them, and I really like them, and these are the ones I plan to keep on my watches going forward. Definitely really like the convenience of just having that one strap to tighten into my wrist. Of course, I will share some affiliated link down in the description below to Amazon, where you can actually get these watch bands. And I will also share some links for the other watch bands if you are interested. Definitely the best value is the one from AliExpress, and you can get that in black and also in 22mm variant as well. But of course, if you want the name brand, you should just go for the Garmin one. I'm not really sure it is worth it though. And I have made a comparison video of all of these watch bands as well. So of course you can go to my channel and check those out. And if I remember, I can link them down below as well in the description. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope to see you again in a future one. Until then, take care.